you know.
I'm talking and I missed the damn turn. I pulled quad.
I don't do that.
No, you get off the interstate and go the wrong direction.
That's
And
because
then we
I'm
have to
looking
go
at.
up dirt roads pulling a 36-foot trailer that I have to go through first to
Well,
make sure
you know
that
what?
we can fit.
When I'm looking to make
What?
sure we're going to clear
What?
in the mirrors, and I
But
don't
you made a
have,
mistake.
I don't have somebody.
But
No,
you
I don't
made a
make
mistake.
mistakes. I didn't make a mistake.
But you made a
I don't
mistake.
know. No, it was not a mistake.
It was okay.
The mistake was my navigator wasn't sitting at my side to help me there. So,
No, because then if the navigator would have said something, you would have been like, I'm looking around here.
Well, good morning, everyone. We're at a campground. Just escaped Hurricane Idalia, and we have this.
I'm back, but I feel like every time I say that, something happens.
Yeah, it does. You're cursed.
Between health-wise, former videos, you've seen us talk about my grandmother. She recently passed, so we had to deal with that and my health issues. So hopefully I'm back for good. Fingers and toes crossed. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and she's all spiced up and must be feeling better because she's more of a pain in the butt as usual.
Brake check.
Stop it! Oh my God, you're a pain in the ass. So
He should learn, but he
why do you
doesn't.
do that? So I just
Well, I'm all spiced up and a pita for you, so might as well lived up to the expectation.
you don't need to eat before.
I don't need to eat before what? That makes no
Eat
sense.
before
What the hell are you
breakfast.
talking about? I don't need to eat before breakfast.
That's what you were going to look at.
So, yeah.
All right, so we stayed, the campground that we were staying in had to evacuate because the hurricane was coming for the, yeah, it was right towards our camper. I think the line was coming right towards our camper.
In Bob's world, it was making a beeline for the camper.
Yeah, so, but anyway, they didn't evacuate the campground, which I was really surprised because all the other campgrounds in the entire area did evacuate.
But most of the people left on their own anyway.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
a handful actually stayed,
Yeah.
which was kind of crazy.
So what we did though is we went to a Love's, our first one. We haven't been there. We had seen a lot of other YouTubers and had heard of people staying at them and everything, and we really thought, okay, hey, you know what, for really a couple of nights to get out of the path of the hurricane, because it was on the other side of the state where we would feel some of the bands, but they weren't going to be as strong over there as it was where we currently were, because unfortunately we've been here a long time, and yeah, we could have went back home, but our home was also in the path of the hurricane, so that wasn't an option either. But we've been through too many of these. I'm told to battle these damn things anymore, and that's what you have insurance for. So it was just easier to pack up and go across the state.
And our luck,
Yeah.
the one that we don't prepare for is the one that's really going to hit us.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So if we prepare for it, it goes in a different direction. That's just the way it is. And then, fortunately,
Just in general.
yeah, this one did the same thing. It actually went in just north of us at Cedar Key. So the other thing is the campground that we're currently staying at is 1,000 Trails Encore campground, but it is this full of trees, and trees are your enemy when, you know, whether you're in a house or an RV. We're headed to breakfast. We're going to
Spring Hill, I think it's called Up for Breakfast.
Up for breakfast, trying a new breakfast
Do
joint.
you have cash?
Yeah, let me check.
Okay.
So the place we're
They
going
only
to
take cash.
only takes cash. So let me check. We'll have to
If
stop.
not, there's Publix there. I can get ATM.
Okay, all right. Anyway, so we booked the reservations at the Loves. They did have, surprisingly, we had a feeling this was going to come. We booked it. I looked on Saturday, and they did have availability. And on Sunday morning, when we were looking at tracking the hurricane and watching the Weather Channel, basically, it did show that it was coming to us. We did have a feeling that it was just knowing the Gulf, knowing how Florida is. We're natives of Florida, so we know it pretty well. My grandparents have been here, and family's been here since Florida was Florida. But you know, some of those old things that they told you to look for, which meteorologists don't follow so much, but you know, those things seem to be a little bit more accurate for whatever reason. But had a feeling it was going to blow up to a stronger hurricane than what they were saying, and it did. And it ended up coming in just north of where we were staying at the campground in Cedar Key, which is a beautiful little town, which we were planning, this is Labor Day weekend, we were planning on going there. But I don't know that Cedar Key's there anymore, so, or what's left of it, so there wouldn't be anything to see or anything open, unfortunately. And hats off to those people up there, man. They've haven't been hit with anything, and that's very low-lying, old Florida, swampy areas that, you know, it's we really thoughts and prayers with those people up there, because they're going through a lot right now. But going back to Loves, what was your impression?
First impressions?
Yeah.
Okay, so like you said, we watched different people on YouTube, this, that, and the other, and one particular couple had stayed at one that was, I would say, on the bougie side, right? It had places you could go play games, they had a station where you could go wash your dog, whatever. So this is what I have envisioned, right? This is what I'm expecting in my mind. I'm following behind Bob in the trailer in my car with the dog. We're getting off the interstate and I see the love sign, get off the exit, and I look and I went, oh, definitely not what I had envisioned. It was like, once we pulled in, it was like basically a cul-de-sac that had like maybe 10 spots, if 10, but they were all level, full hookup, and we were kind of in our campers or had their like own little section. So it served its purpose. Do I ever want to go, ooh, let's go there? No.
Well, it's not a destination.
No, it's not
place.
a destination, but what I had envisioned versus what reality was were two totally different things.
Yeah, I get that.
But it did serve its purpose. For that purpose, I don't have any complaints. You can't really complain about it.
You might want to stay on the side of the road.
Why? That's no fun. Anyway.
I'm just saying.
It served its purpose. In a pinch, would we go back there again? Yes.
We may be going back in a week or so. So, because we got another hurricane coming. Yeah.
I don't know. We may have to go the other way because it's coming from the other coast.
So maybe heading up to Alabama or something.
Yes, I would go back and I would recommend it.
Yeah. So these Loves locations, the one that we stayed in was the one in Auburndale because it was on the other coast.
Loves 228.
All right. So. Yeah, and they're not destination location. And basically, the one that we stayed at, and it was fine. I mean, it served its purpose. It did. I mean, the hookups and everything, the setup, or not the setup, but everything that was there. Sites were fairly level too, which was surprising. It was just looking at Google Maps. It was like an extended portion of the Love's parking lot that was gravel, and they just put in, I don't know how many sites it actually had.
I think it's only 8.
Yeah, so there's
8 sites.
Yeah. It was basically extension of the parking lot, electrical hookups, plumbing hookups, you know, sewer hookups. All those things were great, but everything was there. Your check-in, everything was online. They do have a 1-800 number for you to call, you know, if there's any issues, and they do answer. So, but that was worked out good. Right behind us, I guess the negatives, but right behind us was, you know, trucks. So it's kind of equivalent to staying at a Flying J or Love's without.
I can't even say it's a negative though, because when you run your AC. Like, we couldn't really.
No, we really. I mean,
maybe you during the day while you were working.
No, not
but
really.
Night-wise, like trying to sleep.
And our
can't
particular,
really complain.
Our camper has for RVs and for campers. Our camper does have some good insulation because it's either that or our.
Really one of the nights is there were quite a few, whether it was police officers or troopers or whatever, going back because they're by the interstate. So there must have been some kind of happenings in Polk County.
That was all day and all night.
You could hear the sirens.
There's a lot of sirens, a lot of things going on.
But as far as like the trucks running behind us and sleeping didn't affect.
Yeah, and they were 12 to 14 feet behind us. And
up a little bit.
Up a little bit, and it is separated by a fence, which I'll show the overall in the video. But anyway, but in a pinch, if you're traveling and you're looking for a place to stay, I mean, we didn't really feel like we weren't safe or anything. It was. I know a lot of people stay at the Walmarts or Cracker Barrels, Bass Pro Shops, and a lot of places like that. And you're staying, but you're just boondocking for the night. It's a place to rest. Some of your rest stops also allow for overnight camping and stuff like that. So it's a place to take a break, and just stay the night. An alternative is a Love's. I would do it again. If we're traveling, the nice thing is, you just back in. Sites are level, so you really don't have to unhitch for the most part, and you have full hookups, so you can dump your black tank if needed and refresh it. You got power, you got water to fill up your fresh tanks if needed. So there's a lot of positives to them. Would I go back to that one if we're traveling over in that area? Yeah, I would. It was just not like some of the other Loves that we've seen that have are really, really nice. Not that we expected. The other thing too, I gotta say, is a lot of people said that they were really expensive. Okay, we didn't find that to be.
I think if you stay longer, they give you a break, because like the first, you booked it for 3 days instead of 4 days by accident, so it was $108
with discounts.
3 days.
Yeah.
So then I went in and had to make a separate reservation just for 1 day, and it ended up being like $40, $45, which is a little pricey for what we got, but in a pinch.
Yeah, and realistically, I mean, it depends on your budget, but
you can't find a hotel for that.
You can't find a hotel for that, and if we're traveling and we're needing to break up our travel plans to stay a day somewhere,
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I would do it. I would do it in a minute. So that would be.
You want me to touch you?
Don't. Just we're too close now. Like your meanie. So I have to deal with this all the time. She's just really, really mean to me. But get the light screen. That means go. So that's it.
My eyes aren't on the road.
Why do you do that? I mean, really? And why are you not?
Because there's absolutely nobody around us.
Put your hands on.
No hands, Mom.
Oh my God.
And by the way, I work for State Farm Insurance.
Yeah. What's the guy?
These are all the things you don't do.
What's the guy, Jerry, or whatever his name is? Hank or whatever. Jake from State Farm is going nuts right now. But yeah, if you're traveling, and you're traveling a long distance, and one of these is on the way, I would highly recommend them. I really would. I think it's better than staying in a Walmart parking lot. I know some people that do, and if you do, that's your thing. I mean, that's fine. We personally, I don't know. All the Walmarts I've ever been to have been very sketchy, so I don't, and I'm just, and aren't in the best of areas. Not all of them, I guess, but I would be very leery of staying in Walmart parking lots. A lot of Walmarts aren't letting you stay there anymore. Cracker Barrels are, in my opinion, or in our opinion, are a better option. Bass Pro Shops are a better option. And that's just our opinion. I know people are going to say, we stay at Walmarts all the time, never had a problem. And I personally know people that do. you know, in some of these other Walmart areas, you know, some of them, well, we went to the one.
But I feel like, especially if you're traveling with pets, right, or dogs especially, I feel like Cracker Barrel might be a little bit better of an option because they do have some little area usually. For worst case scenario, you can go walk your dogs and they can do their business.
Yeah, just oh, when it comes to this Love's, it said that it had a dog park. I didn't see one.
It was on the total opposite side through the gas station parking lot on the other side of the Love's. And sorry,
gotcha.
I wasn't walking my dog in my pajamas across the gas station parking lot. Wasn't happening.
So this one was, you know.
I'm talking and I missed the damn turn. I pulled Bob.
I don't do that.
No, you get off the interstate and go the wrong direction.
That's
and then we have to go up dirt roads pulling a 36-foot trailer that I have to go through first to make sure
you know what?
We can fit.
When I'm looking to make sure we're going to clear in the mirrors, and I don't have somebody. No, I don't make mistakes. I didn't make a mistake.
But you made a mistake.
I don't know. No, it wasn't on a mistake. The mistake was my navigator wasn't sitting at my side to help me there. So,
no, because then if the navigator would have said something, you would have been like, "I'm looking around here." That's what the navigator would have gotten.
I don't do that.
Really?
I've never done that.
I have 3 other people that would be more than happy, and if the dog could talk, I would have 4.
Dog's lucky he can't talk.
Anyway.
Because I would be arguing with the dog.
No, you would be arguing with the dog.
But yeah, overall, folks, we're getting ready to have breakfast at this little mom and pop place that is really good. It's called Up for Breakfast. If you're ever up in the
I think this is Spring Hill.
Spring Hill area of Florida. If you'd probably be here for visiting family. There's nothing to see here really. There's no attractions. Some
lakes or springs or
there's not really any beaches or anything, so not a lot in this area. But if you're up in this area, there are campgrounds and stuff, but not really a lot to see. If you're in Florida, there's Florida's full of a lot of different areas, and some of the beaches are typically south of here. Clearwater Beach and those areas, which is probably an hour away. Some of those Clearwater, hour and a half maybe.
Hour and a half.
South.
It takes us an hour to get back
and then you got Fort DeSoto, which is in another hour, and then Mayaca River State Park. So, but if you're ever up in this little area, there's a little mom and pop restaurant that we go to breakfast at. I would highly recommend. It's called Up for Breakfast. So
cash only.
Cash only, yeah. I have to check our cash, otherwise we got to hit the ATM. So, but anyway, that's our review of Love. Sorry it was long-winded, but overall, we would do it again. It served our purpose, maybe serving another purpose depending on what this other hurricane does, because that we're watching right now. It's not a hurricane yet, but it's supposed to be one. It's that time of year in Florida. And it seems like we're evacuating every other weekend, so as hurricane season gets ramped up here. But anyway, hope y'all are doing great. If you like this video,
like and subscribe.
Yep, like and subscribe. And if you really like us, or if you don't want to, I get that too. But it helps our channel. It helps us grow. We're not monetized or anything like that. But we do appreciate the like if you like it. If you think we stink, then we get that too. But we'd appreciate it. Thank you.